Yeah, I wanted to also talk about an expose of a person. It's a bit old school, an OG scammer. Okay.
Did Trump pardon him?
This guy never got pardoned. Okay, but he did ask to be pardoned. All right.
During Trump time or before?
Way back. Your OG of scammers. Have any clue who might that be?
OG of scammers.
Yeah.
He's still alive?
His reputation is so good that they kept his name as a scam.
The guy there that does
the
Bernie
payolas.
Madoff.
Bernie Madoff. Anybody else?
Tony Robinson.
Luigi Ponzi.
A Ponzi scheme, that's it. Yeah.
It's Charles Ponzi.
Charles Ponzi.
Charles Ponzi.
Charles Ponzi.
Yeah. So
Well, I don't know his first name.
Charles. And he's
A Ponzi scheme.
so yeah. It's took a little picture of this guy. Kind of cool.
The Ponzi was like 1800s, no.
Yeah, he officially he got in the 30s pretty much. You know, he went in for a while. I'll give you a bit of a.
There he is, Lucky Luciano here.
So this guy
Looks like a Ponzi.
you know, he's got the funny look. This guy. So he was born in Lugo. It's northern Italy. And then he came to United States in 1903.
What's his actual name?
It's Charles Ponzi.
Charles? From Italy.
Yeah. Or I guess it might be Caligio, or I don't know, not necessarily.
Colangelo.
But because
Well, go on his Wikipedia. I'm pretty sure they have created a
it's
Wikipedia
Charles,
for him.
probably. Ponzi, the whole Ponzi schemes, whenever you say it. Carlo,
huh?
there you go. Hey, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. If you're loving this content, hit the like button and subscribe and join to our awesome community. Ring that notification bell so you'll never miss a beat. Together, we're building something so special. Let's grow this channel and let's have some fun along the way. For some more content, check out these other fantastic channels. You got Checkin Habs, one-stop shop for all those things. Habs, sports, we got so much information on sports, guys. Come on. Hello. And Checkin Reports. Stay informed of the latest political news and current events. Hello. So that's it, fam. Come and check us out.
What was his alias? Sorry.
It's Ponchi. Not even Ponzi.
Carlo Pietro Giovanni Guglielmi Telbaldo Ponzi. An Italian charlatan.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
So he was so desperate, this guy. He was hanging out with all like the rich people in Italy and stuff, but he had no money. And he'd like go gambling and this and that, try to be like part of the crew, but he would never he eventually like lost all his money. And he had an offer to go and work with family and stuff, to be a clerk in banking and stuff. He didn't want to do it. So he did the next best thing. He came to the United States. And
where all the saps are.
Whatever. He was so desperate to trying to make money and like become rich. But this guy he wasn't a very smart guy, okay? He wasn't intelligent with numbers at all. He actually was supposed to study at Sapienza, which is like a pretty good school, but he never went to class. He'd always hang out with the rich kids and never actually be involved, and so he failed. He was full of failures, this guy. And so he ended up like moving to Montreal afterwards.
Oh, really?
Nice. He lived like Montreal for like 3-4 years, and he was part of I'll tell you they called his the Zarossi Bank in Montreal, which ended up failing. The head of the Zarossi Bank in Montreal was another fraudster. Okay, he was the original fraudster where he learned a bit of the Ponzi scheme.
Jewish? Sawaski is Jewish?
Oh, he's Italian.
Sawaski?
Zarossi.
Okay.
Luigi Zarossi. That's his
Italians.
Come on, give me my money, You got some money, Watch
your mouth.
So Steve, I just want to say, so a scam, he promised clients 50% profit
within 45
days and 100% profit within 90 days.
So I'll explain you a bit of like what he was doing, but this guy Zarossi was the original like.
Was it like more a pyramid scam?
That's what it was.
Of course, yeah, of course. So this guy was taking deposits, right? And whatever the deposit you'd give, his family, hey, go to that guy. He's promising 6% instead of like 3%. That was the norm at the time, was 3%. And this guy Zaros, he was doing 6% for everybody. So he'd collect a bit of cash here, a bit of cash there, and of course everybody, oh my god, getting 6%. I'm gonna go there, instead. So especially Italians, you hear about this, of course I want in and stuff. So you'll pile in, and he'd distribute the dividends
to the old shareholders.
So not necessarily deposits. The problem is it's not necessarily by giving that dividend. Okay, I'm giving you that 6%, but when you have to cash out, that's always the problem. Whenever you start when there's a run on the bank, that's when you start seeing when the real problems arise.
So it goes. It's that, or when you can't get any more investors.
Yes, when the liquidity dries up, no matter what.
Because as long as you're getting new investors, the Ponzi scheme works.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's either
multi-level marketing. That's basically what it is.
It's not really that. It's you're taking money and promising a big return. But the thing is, you have to get new investors to pay that return.
Exactly.
And then the new investors pay the return.
Well, that's what multi-level marketing is.
Multi-marketing, you get people to sell under you. Yeah. So when they sell, you make money, you pay the guy on top,
It's
pay
the same
guy
thing.
on top.
You're taking money, and you take the money out to pay the people, and you have to keep building a bank in order to keep paying. If there's no money coming in, it's the same thing as if there's no sales.
There's some companies that actually literally work. And they've been there for a lot of times. If you look at, yeah, exactly. But they've been forever. So it's not. You might say multi-level marketing is a scam, but it's not really. It's just you have to understand the structure, how you do this.
I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm just saying
it's a different. The multi-marketing. It's not the people that are buying the stuff are getting scammed. It's the sellers that are getting scammed.
Well, multi-level marketing is just a legal pyramid.
No, it's different because the people that are getting scammed in a Ponzi scheme are the actual investors. They're getting scammed.
Yeah.
The people in it's the sellers that are being scammed, not the people that are buying the product.
Multi-level marketing is a legal pyramid, not necessarily a scam. That's all. Multi-level marketing is just a way of creating a business legally, with the pyramid concept, without scamming someone.
Yes, but the thing is that this is like legit, just money in, money out. That's all it is, and like most of the time with a type of
Tupperware is another example.
Yeah, but they're real companies though. Like they have an actual product and they actually have the payouts. The problem is that you're the lowest of the low. You're really wasting your time, kind of thing. You just pump up the top guys pretty much. But some people enjoy it. Some people actually get involved, and eventually they actually become one of the top guys because they start earning, and they didn't.
The ones who make the money are the ones that get in early.
Of course, yeah. I've dabbled in this stuff too, and like, oh my gosh, okay, I can maybe get there, blah blah blah. Obviously, you never get there because the top guys are just,
they're there,
they're enjoying all the your efforts, kind of thing. And the way it's structured, of course, but some of these companies last. Honestly, they do last, and not that it's not my thing at all, but it's not a scam necessarily. You just fall for the bottom fish kind of guy as a scam. You're the guy who really put that effort.
Looking for a Ponzi or multi-level?
Multi-level marketing. Yeah.
The biggest buyers of a multi-level marketing are the actual sellers, because how it works is the more you buy, you get a better price.
Yes.
So you can sell it and make more profit. So the people that are buying up the products are mostly the salespeople and hoping that they get rid of it, right? They sell it. But a lot of times they don't sell it because a lot of times it's crap, right? So you have these people with garages of all this stuff that they bought from the multi-level, and then they can't sell anymore. Yeah. And then, they go bankrupt or whatever. That's basically
Unless
the scam.
You get people under you to buy, and then you sell your...
That's what you have to do. If they get people under you to work, and then those people get other people under you. But the main buyers of these products are actually the salespeople.
Yeah,
and then they go bankrupt. They lose their house because they invested so much money because they wanted to get it. when you buy a certain amount, you get you get pennies on, like it's super cheap, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, you have all this volume of stuff
Mandatory.
that you can't sell.
What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
So this guy Charles Ponzi was actually working for Zarossi, and when finally all the deposits dried up, this guy Zarossi, he took a freaking suitcase, took whatever cash that he could, and he fled to Mexico. Okay. So this guy Charles was kind of stuck holding a bit of the bag. You know, he wasn't necessarily involved, from what I understand, with his scam. This guy Zarossi, but
This scam.
yeah, this scam. But at the time, he's like, man, you know, this kind of sucks. But you know what? I'm gonna try and like get myself back to the United States. But before I do that, I'm gonna sign some checks with his clients, Zarossi's checkbooks that he had of his clients, and make it in my own, you know, little payout, and then I get out of here too. So he wrote himself a check or two and forged everything, and he got caught. So he actually did time in Montreal or Montreal or Quebec. I'm not sure. So this guy has ties to Montreal. This jerk.
Yeah, right here. Look,
Yeah,
Montreal
that's
in
it.
prison.
Yeah,
1907.
1907. That's his original. Where did he do?
His name is Zarossi.
Yeah, Zarossi. That's the
I was thinking like the jewellerist.
Zarossi.
Zarossi.
Swarovski. You know, no, he's Italian as well.
Zarossi.
He was on Saint Jacques Street. That's what I was trying to
Not
figure out.
Zarossi. Zarossi.
He was located on Saint Jacques. That's fun. Anyway, so then afterwards, he ended up when he did his time. Afterwards, he went to Boston. And this is the real deal. Okay, that's when he started like figuring out. Eventually, after he met his wife and he got married, he got even more hungrier to make it like a real living, and he wanted to, like, you know, figure out a way to get rich for him and for his wife and blah blah blah. So he found out, you know, he's trying to like do an arbitrage. What's that? IRC was the international, like it's like a stamp type of situation where you wanted to like send a letter, but the return, yeah, that's it. There's like a return in stamp, and it was an international stamp. You can, you know, mail it to your friend. You know, you send the letter, and you also send this stamp to your friend to return a letter to you. You know, kind of thing. That's how it was. As the internet at the time.
Yeah.
You know? And the IRC was a type of coupon. See, international reply coupon. That's what it is called. So he's saying, you know what? I have a way to arbitrage this. And he made this whole scam at the time.
Yeah. Says it over here. This was a form of arbitrage.
Yeah, it's an arbitrage pretty much. And like, you know,
Arbitrage means what?
Was that?
Arbitrage means what?
Arbitrage is like, okay, you buy this laptop here for 500, but you have buyers for 700. You collect the difference. So he thought he found this arbitrage for this, you know, stamp, okay? And then he was selling this idea to investors. That's where his original scam was kind of working. And he was getting a lot of people involved with this, okay? At one point, like $250,000 a day was coming through, but like, you know, like 250 like in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
We're talking like
that's a lot of money.
In I think he
made $20 million.
Today's money.
That's 200 million, by the way, in our day and age, at least.
No. What does it say today's money?
I'm asking you.
But in today's value,
35 million in 2022 was right at the bottom. A million. Go back, it says right there. 1 million, approximately 35 million in 2022.
there you go. So yeah, it's even 350, whatever.
So
1 million is worth 35 million?
So
Yeah,
multiply that by
100%.
32.
It's crazy, huh?
35.
100%.
Multiply 20 million by 30.
It's 300,
It's 700.
700 million.
Sevens.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost $1 billion.
So
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money in that day.
He was on Barron's,
Sure,
guys.
of course.
You know the Barron's. Have you heard of Barron's? The actual, like, it's a magazine pretty much. It was a Barron's magazine, and it was there still. It was there. He was on the face of it. Okay, you know there's an omen. Okay, when you end up being on the actual magazine, sometimes there's an omen to it.
It's fraud, but
Some, you know, either your stock goes down or, you know, like,
oh yeah.
so The moment that he was on there,
Trump named his son. he named his son Baron Trump.
did he?
Yeah.
That's it, right? So now, like, he ended up being on this magazine, and he was like seen as if like this guy's a genius for finance and this and that.
For sure. It was like Bernie Madoff. They thought he was like a financial genius.
100%. And then what ended up happening is that something didn't add up, and the actual I don't know who it was, but I think it was the head of the Dow. Okay, so he kind of like got his hands involved here, and things don't add up. You know, there's not even like this amount of IRCs out there, and you're kind of like purporting like as if you're gonna like keep on giving investors 50% of your money back or whatever. I forget it was. Like these are 100% in 90 days. Anybody would love that, of
Yeah, no
course.
kidding.
Of course.
Brian, you're not sharing the screen.
So he ended up
He's saying it.
Okay.
the guy from the Dow debunked it, and that's when the Securities Exchange started like cracking down on this guy, and they ended up finding that the total fraud, and they ended up going to jail.